Okay, hello peoples. Today we're going to be talking about a little game that I like to play with my friends. It's called, Minecraft. Bet you've never heard of it. I'm just going to do a rant on some of the stuff that I think could be improved. No hate toward them. I think it's a really good game. I really enjoy playing it, but I think that they could definitely improve on some stuff. So, you guys know, the risk versus reward system. If you're risking your life going somewhere, you probably want some really good loot. So, the Ancient City and End City are on complete opposite spectrums of that. So, the Ancient City has a high risk and low reward. The only reason that you'd go there is Swift Sneak, and probably Enchanted Golden Apples. Those are really good. But Swift Sneak, the only real use of it outside of multiplayer is for the ancient city itself. There's no other true use for it. And I guess it does have some pants, but most of them are cursed and stuff, so they aren't that good. I just don't think that the risk is worth the reward. Now, on the other hand, the End City, it has a low risk. The only mob there is shulkers, and those things give you another reward in shulker boxes. But the reward is so good. I mean, it's the elytra, probably the best, most useful item in the game. And enchanted diamond gear, enchanted iron gear, enchanted tools, everything. I mean, it's just the best place to loot up. And I feel like that's just a fundamental issue where it's not balanced. Because, I mean, it's just not. It's kind of easy to see right there because there's no risk in the end city, but there's a massive reward. And then there's high risk in the ancient city, and there's oh yeah, you get a recovery compass. And then we're going to talk about archaeology. The archaeology system is so underutilized. You can get some glass panes, candles, and then the sniffer. I really love the archaeology. I think it's sick. I really wish they did more with it. And with the sniffer, you can just get flowers. You only get flowers from him. He doesn't even drop anything. It's so useless. Okay. So those were my fundamental issues. And how we're going to improve some of them is the fletching table. So, with the ancient city, we're going to use echo shards to make some sort of new arrow that maybe shoots a sonic projectile. I don't really know what you could do with it, but you could do some cool stuff with that if they just implement a use for it. Because who really wants a recovery compass, especially if you're playing hardcore? And then I think that would improve the ancient city quite a bit, because you would at least get some kind of good reward. Maybe make it more viable in multiplayer, do stuff like that. And then the end city, we're going to balance out the risk and reward. So if you guys have ever played Minecraft Dungeons, there is this mob called the Endercent, which is it's a boss kind of guy, or more of a mini boss, I guess, but we could implement him into the end ship to guard the elytra. So you can go get all of your normal gear and stuff, but to get the elytra, you gotta go through him. It just adds more risk for it. And with archaeology, I think that if they just put in some enchanted books, I think that would make it totally worth it. Because you go there and you get an efficiency 4 book, you're oh, this is sick, I love archaeology. But if you get some stupid, I don't know, purple glass panes, no one likes that. That is not cool. And then with the sniffer, just give it more flowers, give the flowers unique uses like they did with the wither flower. I think it's as simple as that. Then also, let's give a new use to shulker shells in the fletching table. Just make levitation arrows with them. That would be sick. I don't think anyone wouldn't like that. Maybe make it 2 seconds shorter on players. I don't know. They can balance that. I'm just having the ideas here. Alright, that's it. I just wanted to go on a rant about some stuff.